Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. You know, we talk about a lot of things here. Funny animal videos, inspiring stories. That time I tried to make a grilled cheese sandwich while hula hooping. You know, the important stuff. But today, we're diving into something a little different. Something that's probably happened to all of us at some point. Being ghosted by a friend. It's like, poof! They disappear faster than a plate of cookies at a Weight Watchers meeting. And it stings, right? It can leave you feeling confused, hurt, and wondering what in the world went wrong. But don't worry, because today we're talking about how to handle those situations with grace, understanding, and maybe just a little bit of humor. We're going to walk through 10 actionable steps. 10, that's like a whole top 10 list, to help you rebuild trust and mend those faded friendships. Because you know what? Sometimes friendships, just like a good pair of jeans, deserve a second chance. So let's get to it. Number 1, time to reach out. Okay, so you've been ghosted. First of all, let me just say I'm sorry, that's rough. It's like finding out your favorite dance move is actually super out of style. But here's the thing. Sometimes people disappear for reasons that have absolutely nothing to do with you. Maybe they're going through something tough, maybe they're overwhelmed, maybe they accidentally joined a mime school and took a vow of silence. We don't know. So the first step is simple, reach out. And no, I don't mean with a spooky ghost sound through their bedroom window at night. Just a simple, friendly text or message, something like, "Hey, been thinking about you. Hope you're doing well," see? Short, sweet, and non-accusatory. The goal here is to break the ice, not to stage an intervention. You're just putting out a feeler, letting them know you're thinking of them and open to reconnecting. Think of it like dipping your toe in the pool before you cannonball in. You're testing the waters, not making a big splash. Yet. Remember, rebuilding trust takes time, and it all starts with that first brave step. So go on, send that text. You got this. Number 2, the elephant in the room. Yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, so you've reached out, and hopefully your friend has responded. Now what? Well, it's time to address the elephant in the room, or in this case, the ghost in the text messages. Don't just pretend like nothing happened. That's like pretending you didn't just eat an entire bag of chips by yourself. We all know the truth. Gently acknowledge that there's been some distance and that you've missed them. You can say something like, "Hey, I know we haven't talked in a while." See? You're not pointing fingers. You're just stating a fact. And then, here's the important part. Tell them how their absence made you feel. Were you hurt? Confused? Did you think you accidentally wore that sweater that makes you look like a giant banana again? Share your feelings openly and honestly, but keep it kind and respectful. Remember, the goal is to rebuild the friendship, not to win an argument. And who knows, maybe they had a totally valid reason for disappearing. Maybe they were abducted by aliens who only communicate through interpretive dance. You never know. The point is, communication is key. Number 3, oops my bad, the art of the sincere apology. Okay, this chapter is for those of you who might have played a teeny tiny part in the friendship fade out. Look, we're all human here. We all make mistakes. We've all accidentally called our teacher mom at some point. It happens. So if you did something to contribute to the distance, now's the time to own up to it. And I'm not talking about a simple "sorry, my bad." I'm talking about a genuine, heartfelt apology. Look them in the eye, or at least imagine you are, and tell them you understand how your actions might have hurt them. Be specific about what you're apologizing for, and don't make excuses. For example, instead of saying, "Sorry I didn't text back, I was super busy," try something like, "I'm really sorry I didn't get back to you. I was feeling overwhelmed and didn't handle it well. You deserve my attention and respect, and I'm truly sorry for dropping the ball." See the difference? It's all about taking responsibility and showing that you understand the impact of your actions. And hey, if you need to practice your apology in the mirror a few times, go for it. I do it all the time. Just don't make eye contact with yourself for too long. It's creepy. Number 4, patience, young Padawan. Rebuilding trust takes time. Alright, so you've reached out, you've talked things through, maybe even apologized for your part in the great disappearing act. Now what? Well, here's where things get a little tricky. You have to be patient. I know, patience is not exactly our strongest suit. We live in a world of instant gratification. We want everything delivered to our doorstep in under an hour, preferably with free 2-day shipping. But rebuilding trust? That takes time. Think of it like growing a plant. You can't just plant a seed and expect a giant oak tree the next day. You need to water it, give it sunlight, and maybe even sing it a little song or two. Don't judge, it works for me. The same goes for friendships. You need to nurture them, give them space to grow, and be patient with the process. Don't expect everything to go back to normal overnight. Just focus on taking small steps and rebuilding the foundation of your friendship, brick by brick, or text by text. Text by. Number 5, planning a casual hangout. From URL to IRL, planning a casual hangout. Okay, so you've been texting, messaging, maybe even sending each other funny memes. Now it's time to take it offline and meet up in person. But don't go planning a weekend getaway to Vegas just yet. We're talking about a casual, low-pressure hangout. Think coffee date, walk in the park, maybe even a trip to the grocery store. Who knows, maybe you'll bond over your shared love of double-stuffed Oreos. The point is to create a relaxed and comfortable environment where you can reconnect face-to-face. Remember, body language is just as important as words, so pay attention to your non-verbal cues. Smile, make eye contact, and try not to fidget too much. Unless fidgeting is your thing, then, by all means, fidget away. The most important thing is to be yourself and let your friend know that you're genuinely happy to see them. And hey, if the conversation lulls a little, that's okay. Sometimes just being in each other's presence is enough to start rebuilding that connection. Number 6, time for real talk. Spill the tea and listen to theirs. So you're hanging out, catching up on life, maybe even sharing a plate of nachos, because let's be real, nachos make everything better. Now it's time to dig a little deeper and have that real, honest conversation about what happened. Remember that elephant in the room we talked about earlier? Well, now's the time to give it a name, a backstory, and maybe even a little hat. Share your feelings about the ghosting, but also be open to hearing their side of the story. Remember, there are always two sides to every story, and sometimes even more depending on how much gossip is involved. Listen to them without judgment, and try to see things from their perspective. Maybe they were going through something they didn't feel comfortable sharing, or maybe they just really stink at communication. Whatever the reason, understanding their perspective is key to moving forward. And who knows, maybe by sharing your own experiences you can both learn and grow from the situation. Because at the end of the day, that's what friendship is all about, right? Supporting each other through thick and thin, even when we accidentally ghost each other for a while. Number 7, drawing the line in the sand, or at least in the text messages. Okay, so you've talked it out, you've shared your feelings, you've even managed to laugh about it, hopefully. Now it's time to set some healthy boundaries to prevent future ghosting incidents. Think of it like building a fence around your friendship. A fence that keeps the good stuff in and the ghosting out. But don't worry, it's not about building walls or holding grudges. It's about establishing clear communication and expectations. Talk about what you both need from the friendship and how you can better support each other. Maybe you agree to give each other the benefit of the doubt and communicate more openly when you're feeling overwhelmed. Or maybe you decide to institute a no ghosting for longer than 48 hours rule. Hey, whatever works for you. The important thing is to find a balance that respects both of your needs and helps you build a stronger, healthier friendship. Because let's face it, nobody likes being left on red, except maybe that one friend who always responds with K. They're a mystery for another day. Number 8, consistency is key, and no, I'm not talking about your coffee order. So you've reached out, apologized, had the big talk, set some boundaries. You've practically written a self-help book on ghost busting. But here's the thing. Rebuilding trust is not a one-time thing. It's like flossing. We all know we should do it every day, but sometimes we get lazy and skip a few weeks, or maybe even a few months. But just like your dentist tells you, consistency is key. The same goes for friendships. Once you've started down the road to rebuilding trust, don't just disappear again. Be present, be reliable, and be consistent in your efforts. Make time for each other, even if it's just a quick phone call or a silly text message. Remember, actions speak louder than words, and showing up consistently is one of the best ways to prove that you're invested in the friendship. And hey, if you do happen to forget to text back right away, don't beat yourself up about it. We all have those moments. Just apologize, explain what happened, and get back on track. Because that's what friends are for, right? To forgive our occasional lapses in memory, especially when it comes to remembering to text back. Number 9, friendship is a two-way street and sometimes it needs a little construction. Okay, so you're being consistent, you're communicating, you're practically the poster children for healthy friendships. But rebuilding trust isn't just about what you do for yourself, it's also about what you do for each other. Friendship is a two-way street, remember? So be there for your friend, offer support, and show them that you care. And no, I don't mean just liking their Instagram posts, although that's a good start. I'm talking about really showing up for them when they need it. Did they have a bad day? Send them a funny meme or a care package full of their favorite snacks. Are they going through a tough time? Offer a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, or maybe even a spontaneous dance party in your living room. Whatever it is, let them know that you're there for them, no matter what. Because that's what true friends do, they show up for each other, even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient, and even when it involves interpretive dance. Number 10, celebrate the small victories because every friendship deserves a party. Rebuilding trust can be a long and winding road, kind of like trying to follow a map drawn by a squirrel. But it's important to celebrate the small victories along the way. Did you have a great conversation? High five. Did you manage to hang out without any awkward silences? That calls for a victory dance. Did you successfully go a whole week without accidentally ghosting each other? Break out the confetti and party poppers. Okay, maybe that last one is a bit much, but you get the idea. Acknowledging and celebrating the small steps you take towards rebuilding your friendship is important. It shows that you're both invested in the process and that you're making progress. Plus, who doesn't love a good celebration? It's like a little reminder that even though things might have been rocky for a while, your friendship is worth fighting for. And that's something to celebrate, even if it's just with a double-stuffed Oreo or two. So there you have it, folks. 10 actionable steps to help you navigate the sometimes spooky, sometimes confusing, but always important world of friendships. Remember, rebuilding trust after being ghosted isn't always easy. It takes time, patience, and a whole lot of communication. But trust me, it's worth it. Because true friends are hard to find, and sometimes, just like a good pair of jeans, they're worth mending. So go out there, reach out to that friend, and see if you can rebuild that bridge of trust. And hey, if all else fails, just remember, you can always make new friends, but you'll probably have to share your cookies with them. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more relationship advice, funny stories, and maybe even a dance-off or two. See you next time.